Hey guys, it's haircut time and color time. But first I'm going to Maw Maw Luv's. I'm going to spend about an hour and a half with her. Oh, I tell you what, I just don't like to wear makeup anymore during the day. But Lord, I'm so red that I need it. Okay. Kitty cat saga. I did not take him to nails with me yesterday, praise God. Got back home and walked through the garage and just kind of left my back door open and I heard him. So I knew he was in the garage, thank goodness. But I couldn't find him. I couldn't find him anywhere. So last night during Bible study, well, actually I was taking prayer requests and then just, you know, I had one of my squirrel moments. And right in the middle of my squirrel moments, I think one of the girls, I said something about it. One of the girls heard it. It was like, oh, I hear him. And one girl said, oh, I'll find him after Bible study. And I said, well, if you could, I wished you could. So I had walked out on the front porch with some of them leaving, and so some of them said, Nancy, she's our cat whisperer now. They said she's in the garage finding the cat. So I go back through the house and back, and I'm going toward the back door that goes in my garage, and they're like, shh, shh. A couple of the girls were out there with her, and she was laying down on her side, like toward the car, and she was going, ma, ma, ma. She sounded just like a mama cat. I got so tickled I had to step back in the house because she was so serious, and she's going, ma, ma. Well, we stood out there for the longest, and she moved around the car, walked real softly, and she'd lay down, and we heard him one time. And so we're like, because we have John's mule, you know, it's like a little SUV type thing. I mean, I don't know what the ATV type thing in there, and then the riding lawnmowers in there also. Because John parks outside the garage. And so we heard him, but it really sounded like he was up underneath the car. So she was diligent. She was not letting go. And so I went back in the house and I sat down with John because I was exhausted. And I said, Nancy is determined to find that kitten. And so in a few minutes, one of the girls walked back in. I said, is she having any luck at all? And she started grinning, and in a few minutes she walked in. I'll insert the picture of her right here, of him or her. So we have a baby kitten, and we don't know what in the world we're going to do with him. We're leaving on our fall trip next week, and so we can't have a baby kitten right now. And he's so little. He is pushing it, because I've had cats that's had litters of kittens. His eyes are open. And I know their eyes don't open for about, what is it, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. He's pushing it to be 6 weeks old away from his mother. They may have dumped him after he was 6 weeks old. I don't know. I kind of think it's a boy. But he's not eating and he's not drinking. So when I'm going to stop back by the drugstore, I did force feed some milk. I warmed a little bit of milk down him earlier, and I got a spoon, and I just held him in my hand because I could hold him in one hand, and I forced some of that milk down him because I'm afraid he's going to dehydrate and die. He's very lethargic today, which I don't know how long he'd been out there. I mean, obviously he was under my car all day on Monday. He was in the garage Monday night, and then we didn't find him till Tuesday night. So he's probably dehydrated. I may need to take him up to the vet. I don't know. I've been so consumed this morning between him, just trying to love on him and trying to force some stuff down him. But this last time, I just held held his little head and just forced the spoon. I didn't have an eyedropper, and that's what I need. But I just forced that spoon into his little mouth, and he was swallowing. He was getting some of the milk. So, and I warmed it a little bit so it wasn't real cold. But I've been so consumed with this hurricane. Oh, pray for the people of Panama City. It's 11:47. It was supposed to make landfall about 3, but it's already horrible. And that's, I told you, that's where Michael's family's condo is, and we're afraid it's going to be destroyed. But more than the condo, I mean, we have a lot of memories there, and we have a lot of good times there, and a lot of our family rents it and gets to go at a very reasonable rate. But beyond that, I'm thinking about people's homes. I'm thinking, they say it, now I don't know if this is true or not. I didn't hear it on the news. Like, you can believe everything you hear on the news, but they did say that they ran out of gas. Somebody had told Michael that some people were stranded because they ran out of gas for the people to get out of there. I don't know if that's true or not. It's the worst hurricane that has ever made landfall in the Gulf of Mexico. That's pretty dadgum scary. Or maybe, may not be the worst one hit in the Gulf of Mexico, but definitely the worst one to ever hit in Panama City. So, and Panama City is a lot of people around here. That's our vacation area because it's close, and we just love to go there. And that's where all the videos are with the boys at the beach, and that's where Janice and I go to that same condo when we go to the beach. So I've just been consumed watching it because it's horrible. It's if the hitting time is still the same, it's still almost 3 hours out, and it's already horrible. So pray for the people of Panama City. I had a lady that contacted me a good bit, Marie Ray, on here. I haven't seen her as much lately, but she lives in Panama City, one of our subscribers. And Laurie Stewart from New York, her daughter is down in that area. I'm wanting to say Fort Walton or something. But to the left of Panama City, they're going to have high winds because we have a real good friend that lives in Destin or Navarre Beach. They're going to have a lot of high winds and all, but they're not supposed to take the brunt. You know, the west side, the east side of a hurricane is the worst. That's where your tornadoes spawn from and everything. So it's going to go on up into the state of Florida, on into the edge of Alabama, and that's the opposite edge of where we are. It's very overcast and cloudy today. We may get some rain from it, but I don't think we'll get a lot. But then it's going up on into Georgia, which is very possible for it to do a lot of damage there as well. So pray for God to calm this thing down. When it was hitting the Carolinas, I'm telling you, we prayed and we prayed, and it was only a Category 1 when it hit the Carolinas a few weeks ago. Today it's supposed to be a Category 4 hitting Panama City. Whew. Lot of destruction, and I just pray for the lives. We can replace houses and condos and stuff like that. John's brother has a condo at the same place, so but we can't replace lives, and you just hate to see them go through all this destruction. But you know, there are pros and cons to having a beautiful house or home on the beach is the hurricanes. And but just pray for those people. I'm serious. Pray for God to bring that hurricane down before it makes landfall. Fixing to be at Maw Maw Luv's, and then you're gonna see a big difference. His hair has grown. I get my hair done every 6 weeks, and it's probably been 9 weeks, if not longer. So it's long. I mean, it don't look bad. I kind of like some of the length of it down longer. Just it's very long in the back and bushy. I don't know. I thought about getting her to cut a bang too, just a little bang on the side. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for all your sweet, loving responses yesterday. And the fall home tour is doing awesome. And so I'm excited about that. And but y'all are, y'all never fail that if I vent or I'm upset or anything, which I was not upset about that, but y'all are just so awesome to write me. Some of you send me emails, some of you send me put messages on there. Sometimes you'll send me emails because you don't want everybody else to see, and some of y'all are a hoot. I got a couple of emails yesterday that let me know exactly what you thought about the thumbs down person. We won't go there. Y'all are so funny. So it's all, you know, it's all good. Just like I said yesterday, it's all good. It's all good. I see that precious lady stepping out of the back. Let me just turn the camera around. Go up there and see her. Hold on. Come on, Mary Faye. Sitting there looking ignorant.
Yeah, I got a cracker for Shadow and she ain't here to get it.
Oh no.
Always would eat one, give her one.
Mother eats Cheez-Its crackers and she'd eat one and give her one. And miss that little thing, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do. I'm telling you.
I told her I got a baby kitten for her. You really want a dog, though.
Like
I know. Well, cats don't get to know you like dogs do. Now,
Now,
my friend Janice would argue that. She'd say that's not true because she bonds with her cats so much. But I think dogs have more attachment to people than cats do.
Sense.
Well, no, they're just more personable. They really look at Mother's Christmas cactus back here. It won't be long before they'll be blooming.
Shadow knew everything I was gonna do before I done it.
They do. They relate to you just like a person. Well, you know, in the old saying.
Don't you think I'm beautiful this morning?
You are pretty.
I look like a stump full of granddaddy.
You did all right. Your hair looks good. We're going to have to make an appointment next week, though.
I just got a bath.
Yeah.
You know, I get one every other morning because if I don't, I'll stink.
You stink. We don't want you stinking. No, we don't want you stinking. But yeah, we're gonna get her a dog pretty soon. So.
I don't know what kind of puppy I want. I want a little teeny tiny one where I sit in my lap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shadow got so big she couldn't sit in your lap. Shadow used to sit beside her in her recliner all the time, but then she got to where she couldn't jump up there when Mother got a different recliner.
She got little legs, got where they didn't work.
Yeah, so.
But I worked them for her, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I was just going to let everybody see. Y'all let them see me before I go get this mop cut.
See how pretty I look.
Well, you look fine to me.
I look like a wore-out old woman is what I look.
You look like a worn-out old woman. Is that what you look like?
Yes.
All right.
But I've been done good. I've made them. Of course, I always make my bed when I get up. But I've straightened up the house, so I guess I'm doing pretty good.
You are. You're doing good. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Hi. I'm back in business. Of course, she blows it out so straight. But we were laughing about how long it had been. And of course, she colors my hair before she cuts it, and it was so thick and so long. And she said, let me look on my phone and see when you were here last. 10.5 weeks ago. So, yeah, I don't think I've ever gone that long. And then she says, but your gray is really pretty. It's shiny and it's pretty. And I went, no. My husband is 6 years younger than me. No. She said, well, if you ever decide to go gray, it is pretty. Now, I'm not knocking off if y'all got gray hair and you like it. That's fine. But I just don't think I'll look good with gray hair. Not at all. So, we blonde again. We put a lot of low lights in it this time for fall. And bring down the blonde some. But it feels so good after she does it. It's so soft and so straight. It won't never be this straight again. But I told y'all I'd come back on here, and the hurricane has now gone through Panama City. Our son-in-law's parents' condo has had every window knocked out of it. It was all big tall windows like sliding glass doors. And on one video that some person did that my son-in-law found, their curtains, their long custom-made curtains to block out the sun, which somebody should have taken down and put in the back bedroom. They were flapping out the window. So, but it's just things, and you know, I know there's people that lost their homes, and but it's through, and now it's going up. Need to keep praying because it's going up through Alabama and Georgia now. And so far there have not been a lot of reports of tornadoes spinning off of it, but anyway, it's come and gone, and it probably destroyed everything in there because there was so much rain. So I'm sure the living room and kitchen and all that's destroyed, I'm sure, with 150 plus miles an hour wind. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all see the, I feel better. My goodness, I had a pedicure, manicure yesterday, and a total hair color. I've cost some money the last 2 days. It takes a lot of money to keep a girl looking good. But I told y'all that I would come on here and let you see the after effects, and so just wanted to come on here and show you that I look a little bit better. Don't look like the hair's so wild now. And I got a couple errands to run, and then I'm heading home for the evening. So I love you guys, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye.